I don't know a ton about your religion, Harley, but is there any belief in a satanic demons, an afterlife of punishment and pain?
No. But I think there's like what's it called? What's that in between? What's that word again?
Purgatory.
Purgatory. I think there's some form of that.
It's a never-ending line
We
of
got
the deli.
golems. I think we got golems. I
Yeah.
think there's golems
It
in,
never moves.
in there.
Oh, the golem is interesting. There was an X-Files episode about a golem. From my understanding via X-Files, it's when a Jewish religious person uses some sort of magic or something to create like a clay monster man that he can sort of control and puppeteer to go do his bidding and revenge.
Now dig the
avenge them.
tunnels. Dig deeper. Now come scratch my back.
Now press this elevator button. It's Shabbat.
Don't you hear the phone?
Don't you hear the phone?
That's
Now,
my Shabbos golem.
I need you to kick this marble down this Rube Goldberg machine.
But by the way, I
Turn my
respect that.
pee on. so the guy
respect
doesn't
the
get mad.
I respect that hypocrisy and that faith so much. And maybe it's not even hypocrisy. Maybe it's the loophole, because you see it in every single religion. Okay. When I went up to Ohio to do some gun shit, we met these Amish people. There was an Amish man working in the machine gun shop, building machine guns. And I was asking him all about his shit. He was like 3/4 Amish. I don't mean like racially speaking. I mean like
He whacks off.
as far as how strictly he follows whatever their codes are of living like it's still
Like a
1869. Yeah, somewhere in between. Like he had a machine gun with a suppressor on it. He's like, this is my baby. And I was like, do you have a phone? He's like, well, at the end of our driveway, there's a little shed that has a phone in it. And you go out there because it's technically off our property, but the county lets us do that. And I was like, so how do you have like buggies and horses? How do you farm? And he's like, I have a John Deere, whatever the number was, 3180 or whatever the fuck. I'm like, what, you own a tractor? That doesn't seem. He's like, well, I don't own it. The John Deere dealership holds the title. I owe them $1 still. Like, they keep it like that. Yeah, little workarounds, little loopholes.
I gotta say,
everyone's
I don't like
Jewish,
that,
bro.
regardless of
Literally,
religion.
everyone's Jewish.
Everyone is.
Yeah,
Dude, I know some people.
Everyone's
who
got
hate
the
to
little
hear that.
scams and stuff, and the moves and the loopholes. Everyone's got it.
Mhm.
Everyone's got their Shabbos golem.
They're just jealous because like Jews seem to be the best at it. Like they're finding little loopholes with their tunnel. I bet the tunnel was some workaround where it's like you can't get delicious cured beef on Saturday walking down the sidewalk, and they're like, I won't be stopped. And it's gonna make a tunnel.
I can't believe the Jews took tunnels as their thing. Like it wasn't even their thing. They can't even just leave tunnels alone. Like that's now theirs,
Yeah, Jews doing tunnel stuff. I feel like if fucking
hummus,
Himmler
tunnels,
or if Goebbels had presented like a sample poster before it went to production to Hitler and was like, "Mein Führer, look, they are tunnel people like dirty rats." Hitler'd be like, "Yeah, but like maybe a little nuance, maybe something to get the mind working."
Jews coming out of the tunnels, like Hitler's literally like called it.
This is unrealistic. They don't tunnel like animals.
Now, I am no fan of them, but this is crazy, Joseph. They're not living in tunnels. And then meanwhile, Joseph just got bags under his eyes like that one dude in New York who's like, I knew I heard people fucking dancing under there.
That guy probably believes in 30 different conspiracy theories, but it turned out there were, in fact, Jews tunneling under his home.
Think about that guy just in the context of like an A24 horror movie, and he's like, his wife, he's like, shh, there's Jews under the floors.
Here are the divorce papers. I'm going to need you to sign here and initial here.
And they're like,
listen,
like he's obsessed. Quiet. He's obsessed with the Jews.
If you're really quiet, you can hear the Seinfeld theme.
It's like a flashlight in an endlessly dark hallway.
That would be a good A24 movie. Did you see a Barbarian, by the way?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Imagine if downstairs in Barbarian, if you like, it was down the dark hallway and you heard like, you'd be like, oh fuck, Tunnel Jews, Tunnel Jews, the horror movie. It's crazy.
Is it? I think is it just the hyper religious Jews that were tooling around in the tunnels? I don't think like the the sandwich or pickle Jews were down there. Like,
pickle bagel Jews weren't down there, I don't think.
No, they're busy making delicious treats for us all to enjoy.
Yeah.
I had lots.
These Jews would spit on those Jews if those Jews were in the tunnels.
Really? The religious ones would see the sandwich Jews and they'd be pissy.
I think they spit on mailmen.
Oh,
spit on mailmen?
Yeah.
That's rude.
Why the fuck? I don't like,
because they don't want to pay taxes, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Get the fuck out. We have our own system. They deliver mail in a series of tunnels. There's just one high up rabbi in New York who won't let the tunnel idea go, and everyone else.
Menachem Mendel.
What does that mean?
You know,
it's just a guy. He's like the last guy that made that's like he's all those types of Jews. This is their boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been following the Israeli conflict. I don't know if y'all are aware that's still going on.
Still, bro. It's like, what the fuck,
dude? Like,
it's not like my entire life. What the hell?
It feels like it's been going on for a minute.
They're so close to solving it though, just like fucking right there.
Just a little bit more money, a couple more bucks,
just a couple more dollars. What do you need them for? I just am asking for $2 billion. What's a quick $4 billion? $6 billion and this is over. You know, that's they just.
I love when Biden was like, "Look, you can have all the rockets, the missiles, the self-defense. Here's the machine guns. Here's the ammo for them. Here are the grenades. Here's some poison gas. Don't say shit about it. But look, you can't have any more 2,000-pound bombs. We haven't dropped those since World War II. What are you doing?" And they were like, "America has abandoned us in our hour of need."
Did they really say that? That's not.
Yes,
fair.
it became a whole thing.
I think I've heard some stuff like I heard they're like, that's enough for now, and they're like, I can't believe that you've done this to
us, dude. They're 2,000-pound bombs. I think they're dumb bombs, as in you're just like, looks about right, drop it. Like they're, and you know, you've seen the battlefield. That part, I was like, that's wild. And then, look, I know what propaganda is, but I can't always sift through the propaganda and how horrific the world can actually be sometimes. But they were saying, this Arab guy on the street, they were saying there were lots of reports that the IDF was using dogs to rape Palestinian prisoners. He's like, they bring in special trained dog to humiliate prisoner in terrible way. And I was like, Jesus Christ. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I saw that.
That gets my propaganda alarm spinning.
Does it?
But they had I saw that clip, and I did see, like, not long after, they showed footage of an IDF dog that was attacking like a Palestinian woman. But then later it was found out that dog was no longer with the IDF. Like they had taken the dog was found dead, and it had they had like strapped it to explosives, so whoever goes to the dog to get it, it was booby trapped, and that dog had the footage. That footage came from that dog, and that dog's camera, and it was not like with the IDF when that scenario was happening with the women. So there's like a lot of dog talk, and then they said that the IDF were raping the prisoners with dogs.
Yeah,
and then like I remembered that girl Brianna, that reporter, she had like a hostage's sister on, and that hostage's sister was like, yeah, you know, these hostages, they've been coming back and saying that they've been sexually assaulted. And she was like, oh, and like rolled her eyes at that, and she ended up losing her job. But I just thought it was funny that like this woman who was sister of the hostage was like, yeah, they're being raped out there. And she was like, yeah, right. And then they were like, the IDF have dogs. And she was like, the Zionist dog is raping people. That's 100% believable.
Yeah.
Like rolling your eyes at the person, but then being, anyways. But you never know everything. Everything we never know, right?
Yeah.
It's true. There's no way to know.
The dog was circumcised, so I'm suspect.
Every dog is. That's why we do it.
No.
We do it. We based it on the dogs. Look at that thing. Look at that. Don't you like like that?
Do you wish you had like a belly sheath for your penis? Keep it out
Yeah.
of the way when
During
you're doing,
COVID, I
when you're
did.
doing sports.
During COVID, I earned one. Trust me.
Put on some pounds. Just
I'd
had
like
a-
take my fingers and like push fat back to like piss.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what Woody's issue is. He's either completely forgotten that we moved, even though we all sort of, you know, said we'd be here, or he's just in a lot of he's hurt, you know, somewhere in a
He's in
cornfield
trouble
somewhere.
with some gangs.
He's
I
been
hope
flying
not.
over their turf.
That'd
I mean,
be
there's
so
no way they'd like
crazy.
that. If he started a gangland like warfare
No.
scenario.
Like
An
just biker
Israeli.
gang shit.
It's an Israeli
bikers.
who
The IBF.
It's an Israeli who is traumatized from the October 7th para attacks, and he moved to North Carolina, and then he sees Woody coming one day. They're here to finish us off, and he just went anti-air on Woody.
Sarah, they found us.
I told you they never stop looking. Like,
I have a very specific and silly set of skills. I will fly at you. You will hear me coming.
By the way, that's how Mossad rolls. Like post World War II, they would send these little hit squads down to South America, and they'd scoop up Nazis, and they'd like beat the shit out of them, tie them up, and sneak them out of the country all the way back to Israel, then put them on trial and kill them.
Wow. So they were just suspecting random blonde guys named Hans, little bigoted.
They're like,
Yeah.
He'll do. Look at him.
Family
It
has
looks like
been
he
here
would have.
for 20, 30 months. Like that's how that would go. They'd get
that
'em.
was. There's still those German communities down there in South America. Like the architecture is like turn of the century German, and like you said, like so many Nazis fled there. It's
Yeah.
How
weird that
competent, like when you think about like Mossad and CIA and these like how competent are we talking?
I think they're pretty competent. Like
medium.
Mossad, CIA.
So like the most publicized and famous examples of their competency would be after, was it Black September at the Munich Olympics? This terrorist group kidnapped several Israeli athletes and tried to sneak them out of Greece onto a plane back to wherever they were from, Syria or I don't know. And there was a huge shootout. All the Israeli hostages died. All the bad guys died. And the country was embarrassed and they wanted revenge. And they sent Mossad into Europe to get it. They wanted anyone who'd had a hand in that attack. And they kept killing. And they kill the guy who would replace the guy. And I'm talking about shootings, bombings, stabbings, every way you can imagine. There's a really good movie about it where you go, they put explosives in this guy's phone, and then they sit outside and they call him, and the phone opens, and he blows himself up with C4. But the movie's called Munich. And then obviously
they also timed sending anonymous flowers and condolence for the person's loss, like at the same time, so they would be like, what are you talking about? And then would find out later that happened. But like that's like, it's also like a movie. It makes it like, and that movie's interesting because they're not fully competent. There's some major fuck ups and there's beef amongst their ideologies, and then there's this crazy scene where they're paired up, like sharing a room with the guys that are their targets, and they're all both groups are like trying to play it cool. Those guys don't know that they're Israeli though, because they're Israeli. They look like 5 different types of people.
Yeah.
And it's just like a crazy scene, and they keep changing the radio. They like can't agree on the radio, 2 of them. Like the Jewish guy goes over and puts on a song, and the Arabic guy goes over and changes it, and then they go and they agree on something. But that's always like Hollywood, and like when I hear about it, like all that stuff, I remember I did like a project on it back in the day. We had to do all these. It was just, we had to base it on a movie and do a project. And like, I actually ended up doing it on, not Munich, something else, but like about the same thing. And I wonder, like, cause that makes it sound really competent, like bombing a phone and sending the thing like flowers to them and hunting them down and sending agents to other countries that speak a different language. And I think about like the level of competency that like it would take to organize some mass crazy event, like to like some world-changing event that's like planned and you guys did it, but oh, you goofed up because you were dancing at the scene. At this, it just doesn't seem likely that the level of competency to orchestrate that is also the same level of competency to actually dance and take pictures in front of it. So that's where I'm always like, yeah. Like, so I don't believe that, you know, these guys were Mossad agents there. I know there's like that whole story is refuted and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, it's crazy that people's idea of the competency is to execute something like that, but also be dancing there. And I wonder if it's like, damn, if the CIA, Mossad, and these like organizations that we don't even know about, if their level of competency is super high, then everything that we know and theorize about now is part of the plan. Like everything we're doing now, sometimes I'm just like, everything that's happening now, if there really is like a secret organization, like a secret, like pulling the strings, then this is literally all part of the plan.
Yeah. Or they're probably just a mixed bag. Like there's parts, like some missions go off without a hitch for the CIA, Mossad, whatever, like of the like S tier intelligence agencies, and then other ones like Bay of Pigs or whatever are just, you know, it's the same people. It just doesn't pan out.
Yeah, it seemed like Cuba we really struggled with. Maybe it was because we didn't have agents who could infiltrate, or maybe that everyone was just a true believer down there, like in Castro's regime, because they tried to kill Castro on several occasions. They tried poisoning him. They tried dosing him with LSD prior to a speech so he'd be wacky and lose confidence. They tried poisoning him in a way that would make his beard fall out because that was like his thing. They tried poisoning him and killing him, and they failed every time. And then the Bay of Pigs thing as well, another like huge. And if you look at the Bay of Pigs,
but then his level of competency is like, they're like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "No, I have a son, a secret son, part of my plan. And we won't benefit right now, but one day we will benefit. We will invade from the inside."
Dude, I'm so just looking at those pictures. The pictures are all I have to see to be like, oh fuck, Trudeau's Castro's kid, 100%. Have you seen what Trudeau's like supposed dad looks like?
I've seen it.
Fucking,
I've seen it.
He may as well be Japanese. That's how little they look alike. And then you see like the same nose hump, the same like side silhouette from him and Castro.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love Benjamin Netanyahu, or you know, whatever it is about Israel. It's like, you know, does Israel do all the things that I would have done if I were Israel? No, but there's something weird about, you know, my university having Netanyahu hanging, like a hanging effigy from the gates, and he's like wearing straight pajamas. So it's like, I don't know about this Jew in straight pajamas that you have hung up at my university, but like that stays there. And like, you know, they gave out pamphlets with like encouraging people to like come for this summer camp thing. And there's like on the pamphlet, there was a dude with an AK-47. And like that, like is weird, because it's like, well, I'm not saying freeze their bank accounts either, and they shouldn't, and I'm not saying that, but now double the fact that you shouldn't have froze Freedom Convoy bank accounts.
Why do they have the ability to freeze bank accounts? Like, there should be one with that power. Like, for that to happen, it should be like someone from Homeland Security. I don't know what your equivalent is, but they're the terrorist guys that we invented in 2001 to watch over us and protect us, wrap us up like a blanket in the night and look at our emails. So those guys would contact like Bank of America or what have you and be like, hey, this Harley guy, we got to freeze all his money.
This guy's got a lot of fertilizer for living in an urban area.
Yeah, either he's got a huge putting green or we're in trouble.
Yeah, so they shouldn't be able to freeze anyone's bank accounts. It's fucking being able to, like, wild.
I think they did something with their PayPals too. Like they froze donations that were coming through on PayPal also.
I saw that. Like sites like GoFundMe will do that all the time. By the way, and so like if you like uploaded a picture of your ID and then it was like, hold your camera up and it'll take a picture of your face. It'll like confirm like, all right, this is the same person that's on the ID, and then you get a little check mark or whatever it is next to your your name, so you can tell who's verified.
I had that on Twitter so that you could like collect monetization from it. It does that thing. It's like prepare your passport and be in a lit up room because we're about to fucking film everything, bro. But it's crazy because you do that and you did it for the dating app, and all of that information got sent to Mossad agents.
Yes.
And when you say anything bad on social media, like you don't want to give any more of your money, they're gonna know that it was you.
Yeah.
And just watch out for your phone, bro.
They're gonna frame me.
No, they're your phone. They're gonna fucking.
They're gonna hack my phone.
They're gonna blow your head up.
Yeah.